Well, hello guys and gals, it's me George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and we're here together. We're going to attempt to finally get the transmission put back together. I gotta stand up because I have parts in my pocket here. There's one bearing, and there is the other bearing. And we're going to install the last one. We're only going to use one of these two. One of them is going to end up going in my toolbox here with a bunch of other parts that I have set aside for the goofy cart. And but we're going to put the last one in here. And then we're going to put some grease in there and install the input shaft, the shaft that comes up through the bottom. This is the bottom of the case, and this is the top of our case right here. So yeah, so here is our replacement bearing here, the third one, and it's going to go right down in there. And how I need to do this, I'm going to swing you over a little bit, is I have over here a piece of equipment that my friend Roger O'Connor reminded me that I had. He didn't know I had it, but he said when I was installing the last bearing and using that big C-clamp. I'm gonna have to turn my cell phone off, I can see. Too bad you didn't have a, now I can't even remember what you call it. One of these things. Anyway, an auger press, is that what they call them? Something like that. I can't remember what they call it. Anyway, I remembered after he made the comment that I actually had one. And I had bought this a bunch of years ago with the intention of using it for making louvers on my Hubley model cars. So let me set this in here. And I need a solid piece to go underneath there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece of steel right here like that. So I have a solid back for my transmission to sit on. And then I'll lower this down. And use this to press the bearing in place. And because I can't do two things at once, I'm going to show you the setup with my cell phone, which you can see me holding here. And see, I have the bearing has started in place there. And I wonder if I can set this down in here somehow. So you can, can't do three things at one time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure that I can, let me see. All right, now let's try this. Get my fingers out of the way. And I can press that puppy right down. It's still not quite as easy as doing it with my my big C-clamp, and I think that's how I'm going to finish it off. This would be okay if I could just do it with two hands without holding a camera too, but you get the idea. Okay, so we're back now, and I finished pressing this bearing in using the C-clamp, which was able to get a little bit more leverage with. And it's good, this is just below flush here. See, I don't want it sticking up above there because we have a bearing washer that runs here, and we're just a hair below there, but that'll be okay, I think. Yeah. That's going to work. So next thing I want to do is put plenty of grease in there. This is never going to get oil, and I'm going to use my wheel bearing grease here, and excuse my shaky hands. And I'm going to put a liberal amount there. I'm also going to put some right around the lip here. And I'm going to put it right down inside here. Again, a liberal amount, so it'll get all of my bearings. And I'm also make sure my bearing surface is smooth as it can be in here. And I'm going to put grease on there. This will get oil that'll get on there. So now we're going to take our input shaft, and it will get fed up from the bottom here. And I probably should explain that the reason that I'm using this transmission instead of going for the newer one with a 5-speed is, first and foremost, this one is all painted clean, ready to go, and I know this one works. I have no clue about the other one, although I would presume that it does work, but we're not going to take that chance. So the next thing that will go down in there is a thrust washer, just like that. That will sit right down in there like that, and we're going to put a little bit of grease on top of that thrust washer. This will get oil that'll get on there. Now we're going to take our input shaft, and it will get fed up from the bottom here. And I probably should have